Round one.
Right, here we go. It's MOT time. Let's bolt it up. Exciting times. Let's hope on the run down here she doesn't stall. If she doesn't, that means we fixed the problem. So, lights on, into drive, and let's go. Stalled. Guys, stalled.
Sure, mate, you can't park there, sir.
Without the back up and running, let's try and get a link down to the MOT centre. Bit of luck, we'll get there. Lucky I set off a bit early. Now we're off. Dies again. And it's stalled again. Hopefully I can get round this corner. Go on, keep going. That's it. Cool, right, at least we're on the industrial estate. Right, so I'll pause the video again until I actually get to the MOT place. Dilly. So I've had to cancel the MOT, fuel's still dripping. I wish I'd took this for a test drive beforehand, but I am where I am now. So wife's going to pick us up. I'm then going to fix this in situ, so where I'm at, I'm going to go back, get some tools, come back. So things I'm going to need. Thought that was the wife there, but it's not. Well guys, that was a bit of an adventure. Yeah, so as you can see, we had the problem again. Had to ring the MOT centre and cancel the MOT, unfortunately. And then back and forth from the house, which thankfully is only literally 5 minutes away. If the test centre was quite a distance, that would have been a nightmare. Anyway, to and fro, and I brought the fuel filter back home because it was still leaking from the bottom. So I tried a different size O-ring seal, and I tightened it up, and then I tested it on the vacuum, and it held vacuum, so it had no leak. All right, it was vacuum rather than pressure, but still, it was airtight. So thinking that was the fix, I took the filter housing back down to the RV, connected it all up, turned the ignition on, fuel pump was running, tried to fire it up, wouldn't start. By this time the battery's starting to drain, so I had to go back to the engine compartment. Lo and behold, leaking again. Losing the will to live by this point. However, still knowing that there is a leak, knowing that this is still the problem, so that was a good thing. Every cloud. So, in essence, took the fuel filter back off, and I managed to tighten the bottom up more by hand to a point where it kind of just sort of felt as if it had got into a recess or something. It was strange, but anyway, it felt positive. So, to that end, I topped the filter up and put some caps on. I took a load of bungs with us so I could block the three, the inlet and two out, or inlet, outlet and fuel return. So I blocked them, filled it with diesel and checked it, and it wasn't leaking by gravity anyway. I couldn't apply any pressure. So fitted the fuel filter, happy days, went to start, battery dead. Now I knew it was dying. So the second time I went down, I did actually take another fresh battery with us, the original battery that this came with on charge. Connected the battery up, got it started. Great. Whew. Great. Whew. Then took it for its biggest test drive it's had. I was basically all over that industrial estate. Backwards and forwards, uphills, downhills or inclines, and it ran absolutely perfect. Checked the back as well, stopped, and no leaks at all. So I'm now confident that I have definitely fixed the problem. So all that I've done today is, rather than MOT it, I've took it for the test drive it should have had. I've rebooked it in for the 10th of January. That's the next time there's an available slot, so quite a distance away time wise, but not to worry, at least I know it runs well. And I brought it back home, and as you'll see by the video, it fits nicely on my drive now. I've moved the motorbike out the way, ready for coming back from MOT, in this case test drive, and it's now exactly where I want it. Okay, so there's the update, guys. Look forward to the 10th, when hopefully we'll have a bit better news on the MOT. Dilly dilly.
Bit of misery, dilly dilly. Dilly dilly. He just got in there. Dear old fella. It's alright, mate.
What's the name of this road?
You can't park there, sir.
I know I can't.
Well, I got it right in this time. Also moved my bike out the way. So that is right up. Fits like a glove. Let's see how close we are to the front. Man, that was just perfect, that. Perfect measurements. So there's not much gap left there. Right, that's champion, that. That is champion. Dilly dilly.
Round 2.
Well, here we are, guys. Out in the RV. Just coming round the roundabouts, beginning of Wilton. Give it a good run out, get heated up.
Hasn't flickered, has it?
Hasn't flickered at all. Sounds absolutely great.
Looks like the problem is sorted.
So we get through the MOT this afternoon. Happy days.
Yeah.
It sounds much better, Anth. You happy with it, Anth?
Aye, well happy. It's getting up the temperature there, spot on, oil pressure's good. Everything's as it should be, like, really. No concerns. As I say, fingers crossed for the MOT.
Toes, everything crossed. Happy days. It's pulling up these inclines, champion now. Well, see you later. Dilly dilly. Well, here we go. This is a tester through Bransford Village and up this incline. See how she does here. I think she'll be alright, like.
Well, he couldn't get it out 40, could he?
You know, I couldn't get nowhere near 40.
Feeling it there, like.
It's feeling it, but it's not cutting out though.
Yeah.
It's pulling up it, it's pulling it. Why aye. Knee bother. Oh, here's a crook bus. Toot your horn. Dilly dilly.
Well, I'm here, guys. Just waiting for the inspectors to come off the lunch, and then we'll be in. Happy days. Pit of misery, dilly dilly.
Pit of misery, dilly dilly. Dilly dilly.
He's just gone to log it onto the system. He's on his way back. Not going too well, to be honest. Dilly dilly. Well, guys, I'm waiting for the paperwork. However, it's definitely failed, but nothing that I'm too concerned about, and nothing that I can't really repair, other than if it fails the brake test, which he won't know until he gets back with the paperwork. It said on the system that it had failed, but it may not have. I'll give you a full update when we get back and show you the MOT sheet with the failures and advisories, some steering bushes for the track rod ends, 2 tyres, blah blah. Anyway, update to follow. But yeah, it's failed, but nothing too drastic in essence. Dilly dilly. Well, guys, I've just pulled out the MOT centre. I've got to the end of the industrial estate. I've broke down again. Now, there's no fuel in the bottom of there, so that's not the problem this time, which it was last time. Which is bizarre how it ran absolutely fine on test drive. It's been sat running through MOT, and now all of a sudden it just stopped on us. Oh man. Right, so let's have a look. See if I can hear that fuel pump. Do you know I can it? The fuel pump's not running. I would hear that under the floor about here. It stopped running. Now, just so happens I do have a new one. But I don't think I'm going to be fitting that here. Saying that, I might have to. I'm right on the corner as well. I couldn't be parked anywhere worse, to be honest. Tell you what though, it's not double yellow lines. Oh, I don't know. Dilly dilly.
Pit of misery, dilly dilly. Dilly dilly.
Right, guys, I've got this exactly where I want it now. So I've got it as far back, really, as I can go and as I need to go. So getting to this wheel shouldn't be too much of an issue. Getting to this one, yeah, it's going to be fine, plenty of room there. Now what I have to do here, my plan, the tyres that are coming off are going on the front, so the new ones are going to be on the front, and the front ones are going to go on the back. That's the plan. Now there are steering wheels at the front, however it's going to have to be done. So right, what I'm doing is taking, I'll jack one side up. Right, it's about 6.5 ton. However, on one corner, one wheel, it shouldn't be any more than 3 ton, and I've got a 3 ton jack. So plan is to jack this side up, chock it with wood. I can leave it as is just till I get the 2 wheels off, then put one wheel back on, the good wheel back on, so I've got the bad wheel off, then put the bolts back in, so it'll basically be resting on one wheel rather than two, which is fine because it's not driving anywhere, it's just static. I can then lower that side, go around the other side, do exactly the same. That'll give us me 2 tyres or wheels that need replacing with new tyres. I'll then take them to Tudor, they'll replace them, I'll bring them back, then I've got to jack the front of the bus up, which is lighter because there's no engine in the front. That doesn't really matter, but I'll just jack that up, take them wheels off, put that back on. Once I've renewed the 2 front wheels, then the front wheels need to go on the backs again, so I've got to jack each side up and put the backs on, and that'll be it. In essence, I'll end up with 2 new tyres on the front and serviceable ones on the rear. They're ready for MOT. Right guys, dilly. Well guys, me good. I've just rubbed the crap off my jack, and although I thought it was a 3 ton, it's only a 2.250, so 2.25 ton. It's really not touching it, like, I mean, it's making the tyre round, it's taking the flat bit off the bottom, but that's about it. Won't go any further. So to that end, I can't take these wheels off, just haven't got the ability to do it. So what I'm going to have to do is risk it for a biscuit, and I'm going to have to drive it to Tudor. No, it's only what, 1.5, 2 mile away max. It is what it is. However, it is going to have to wait until the fuel pump comes, which is here today at some point from Amazon Prime. So fuel filter and fuel pump. As soon as I get that, put that on, it'll give it another test drive out, if anything, as well, for sure. But depending on what time it comes, depends on whether this goes up to get the tyres done. But hey ho, 'tis what it is, I guess. So I'll put these bits of tools away, and then crack on, dilly. Right guys, I'm underneath the RV, so just to show you these trap rod ends I need to replace. So you can see they've packed them full of grease to try and stop the movement, but I mean, that one there is the one that's got the movement, so that one needs replacing complete. Now the other 2 that are on MOT only failed for the rubber boots deteriorated. So you can see that one there, the rubber boot's gone, and that one there, it's cracked around the other side. But there's no play in them, so really they just need new boots on. However, for what they cost, and it'll save on postage rather than getting them individually. You know, I might as well just get them replaced. If they haven't got the rubber boots on, and they've let's see, they've got no grease in them, then it's fair to say they'll be on the way out anyway. So these are what I need to take off so I can get the part numbers, because they are different slightly. And I need to know what the thread size is. So you can see on this lower one, for instance, it's the same on the other side. It's a bit hard to see, but you can see there's like it's only a thin bit of metal there before it joins the actual threaded rod, whereas the top one there, it's sort of thick all the way. So yeah, so I just need to make sure I get the right one. Simply undo on the nut there, really. There's a castellated nut on the top. Pop that out, you see it. I mean, there's plenty of room there. I can get a mill hammer on the top there if I need to. Knock the bad boy out.